Today has been a hell of a day, so let's drink some beer. Hello everyone and welcome to The Ascent, episode 71. I am your host, Steve Campbell. It is Thursday, and that means that it is Craft Beer Thursday. Sorry this is going up so late. I cranked out an article this morning and was super productive, and then I fell victim to freelancer hell for the rest of the day. But luckily, it being Craft Beer Thursday, I could really use a drink. So today, we will be drinking a Hemperor, the Hemperor by New Belgium, which caught my eye in a store recently, and I just had to buy it because I buy everything that's different and unique. Has a little Hemperor guy on there, and it's an HPA, which basically it's just their creative way of saying it's an IPA, and it is supposed to taste and smell pretty dank, which is their word, not mine, because I don't think I can really pull off dank, but I just tried, so deal with it. Let's try it out. Oh, I love that sound. Oh wow, it is really dank. I got a strong aroma from the bottle. A strong aroma permeating from the bottle. So nice color, nice amber color. I would say that it's very similar to what you'd expect in an IPA, and more so even a lager, I would say. Let's give it the old sniff test. Wow. Definitely like, yep, that smells like straight weed. Actually, on New Belgium's website, it even says herbal cannabis in a big way under aroma, and then in parentheses it says does not contain THC. It's okay, nothing special to be honest. It definitely has like that IPA taste. There's a sweetness on the front end, strong bitterness on the back end. You can definitely taste the alcohol in it, which I don't normally mind, but in a beer that's just 7%, I feel like they should try and mask it a little better. So I think the first time I drank this, I gave it a 3.75 on Untappd, and after this tasting and plus with all the hype gone, I feel like I'm gonna downgrade that to a 3.5. So let's get into the tech news. It looks like Apple's developers conference was this week. I remember seeing a bunch of tweets around this, around how people were kind of pissed, I guess, that Apple didn't announce any new tech, any new MacBooks, no iPads, nothing like that. But TechCrunch is reporting that Apple introduces the AI phone. So it looks here like their big announcement was iOS 12, which really just comes with a series of Siri enhancements and features, turning the iPhone into a highly personalized device powered by Siri's AI. For example, Siri may suggest that you call your grandma on her birthday, tell someone you're running late to a meeting via text, start your workout playlist because you're at the gym, turn your phone to a do not disturb at the movies. This sounds suspiciously like the underlying reason why Apple purchased that company Workflow a year or two ago. I don't really talk to Siri all that often, to be honest with you, but hey, I don't hate it. If she gets smarter, that's great. Sticking in the voice realm, Amazon's Fire TV Cube was announced, and people are starting to submit pre-orders, it looks like. It sounds like it's a combination of the Echo speaker, which I have, and the streaming box, which I have like an Apple TV, but it's probably just like that. I mean, it makes sense that they would combine all their technologies at some point. Like, I have a Fire Stick that I never use, and I have this thing that I always use, and if I had this thing plugged into my TV, I would tell it to change the channel, and apparently that's what you can do now. Another similar story came out yesterday around Sonos and their new soundbar that points to a voice-enabled future. And I saw a headline yesterday that said that it's Sonos's play to take over the living room. I love these things personally because I feel like voice is such a easy way to communicate. Like, my mom even like has trouble seeing her phone anymore, and so she texts me strictly by just talking into her phone, and it just turns it into text, which is pretty funny sometimes, but it works. And so as far as I'm concerned, the more companies that can get involved in this kind of stuff, the better, because we're moving towards this space anyway and at lightning speed at this point, and people are going to be resistant to change, and the idea that there's speakers in your house that are always listening to what you're doing just creeps people the fuck out. But you know, I resolved from the point that I got a cell phone that was as smart as my iPhone is, that somebody's always kind of listening or watching what you're doing anyway, and so just don't be an asshole, and you know, you have nothing to worry about. But yeah, just the idea of kind of not needing a remote control anymore kind of excites me in terms of my TV watching habits. And then finally, Facebook says millions of users who thought they were sharing privately with their friends may have shared with everyone because of a software bug. The latest self-inflicted privacy headache for what was once a great company. Okay, so this is kind of a big deal, and I'm a little surprised that people weren't raising hell about this for like months now, because at some point somebody had to have shared something really private or shared it with a custom small group, and everyone else on their Facebook feed were able to see it, and people started hating that person, unfriending them. You know, I can't even imagine the stuff that has happened in the wake of this scandal. To be honest with you, I kind of feel bad for Facebook in a way, just because they're like the big kid on the playground and they're just getting picked on. And you know, like, there's not a technology company out there that has this many users that has its privacy faults and its downfalls, and Facebook's been around for so long that I'm surprised that this kind of stuff hasn't happened sooner, and now that it has happened, it's kind of all just landing on Facebook's head all at once. You know, hopefully they turn the ship around. That's it for today. Another successful Craft Beer Thursday in the books. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm really looking forward to finishing up some freelance projects I've been doing low-key this week, and mostly just planning the week ahead. But first, not my favorite beer.